So I was on my way to Simpville because I heard there was a lot of money you could make there. But before I tell you my story, well, some of you might or might not have known that I'm a businessman. I used to hold many prestigious positions, one of which was your trusted and reliable banker. But after resigning that position, now I'm your honest venture capitalist. Like I said before, I was on my way to Simpville. Because as I was told, there was a lot of money you could make there. But if you ever deal with anyone from Simpville, you know Simpville is a crazy place. And the governor of Simpville is beyond insanity. The crazy and insane Sir Simp-A-Lot himself. I was close to Simpville when I saw this figure galloping towards me at a reckless, fast, and dangerous speed. My God, it was Sir Simp-A-Lot himself. And what seemed at first to be a golden crown on his head was only some tampons poorly sewn together and spray painted with some cheap metallic gold paint. Good God, I said to myself, what a hideous creature. Well, Sir Simp-A-Lot, it is good to see you again. I bring greetings from my family and friends.
It is good to see you too, sir.
Well, Sir Simp-A-Lot, I was hoping to be able to meet with you, but you seem to be in a hurry. Maybe I can ride along? Where are you heading?
My good sir, I am heading to have a duel with the warrior knight from the crown. Today I will take his head and return back to Simpleland and become king.
Oh my God, am I hearing this right? Sir Simp-A-Lot, are you out of your mind? Are you crazy, man? You gonna duel? You gonna have a fight with the king's own personal knight? The warrior knight? Those fanatics? Are you out of your mind, Sir Simp-A-Lot? You must be tired of living, man.
Nonsense, sir.
Don't you know those guys are crazy? How do you think they become warrior knights in the first place? Those guys are fanatics. Not only are they fanatics, but they are some of the best fighters in the kingdom.
Nonsense, my good sir. I'll have that knight's head by the end of the day, and return back to Simpleland to be crowned king by our my queen, king of all of Simpleland.
So after a good while traveling, we decided to stop under some huge oak tree and take a break. After resting for a while, I saw Sir Simp-A-Lot reach in his Coochie backpack and take out a large bottle with some clear golden liquid in it. And then to my amazement, Sir Simp-A-Lot started passing the mouth of the open bottle in front of his nose while sniffing the aroma from the golden liquid. Then his head started swaying back and forwards and sideways, as if suspended in time. It was as if he was hypnotized by some ancient and beautiful rhythm, or a tapestry of notes delicately woven together with melodies from Moonlight Sonata played by the original composer, the Bath himself. Hey, Sir Simp-A-Lot, I said, what's in that bottle that got you so totally transfixed?
This is the famous wine of Simpleland, my good sir. It is called virgin WinePiss.
Damn, you drinking piss, man?
No, my good sir. This is the ambrosia from the heavens, the elixir of life. Care to participate in the festivities?
Well, thanks, but no thanks, man. I have some Strongback Medina and Besida wine in my bag. I think this will satisfy me. But then Sir Simp-A-Lot stiff-armed the bottle toward me with a crazy and intense stare while saying,
Your refusal is a non-starter, sir. Have a swag.
But I was rather hesitant. But then I said to myself, I've come all this way. This could be the one thing that I've been looking for, the one product that will just make me the richest man in Babylon. But what the hell, if it didn't kill him, not gonna kill me. I might have to take a bucket of red pill after this. So I took a mouthful of the virgin wine piss. And all of a sudden, A warm, uncontrollable, euphoric feeling came over me and just engulfed my whole body. The feeling was so intense that my dick got harder than 100-ton granite. My lower chakra was overwhelmed and totally overloaded. Even though I tried with all my might to control the sensation, I was unsuccessful. So frustrated I was that I swung my dick and hit it up against the trunk of one of the oak trees and shook the tree. The tree was shaking so hard that all the leaves fell off. While all this upheaval was taking place in my lower chakra, Sir Simp-A-Lot was sitting on his horse, totally oblivious to my situation. And then my attention was drawn to the fact that he had some of the WinePiss in his hand, sniffing it. "Good God, man," I said. "You're a virgin wine-pissaholic. You're even sniffing the liquid."
Nonsense, my good sir. Virgin wine piss is elixir of life. It can also be used for cleansing the sinus and clearing up the mind. Notwithstanding, however, we must immediately resume our journey hitherto, so as to reach our final destination without any further delay. Hitherto, gentlemen, yes, hitherto.
You know, Sir Simp-A-Lot seems like he's in a good mood now. And I kind of put two and two together and realized this is the famous elixir everybody been talking about. You know, and I figure I might as well do a pitch to him, a kind of sales pitch, you know? Because he's sure as hell going to lose his head once he meets with that warrior knight from the kingdom. If I could talk some sense into this guy. So Simp-A-Lot, so tell me, what's the deal with this liquid here, this golden liquid?
This famous ambrosia, my good sir, is the most sought after and well-kept secret of Simp-A-Lot.
Yeah, I know you worship your queen of Simp-A-Lot, and your goddess is...
That's Mother Goddess to you, sir.
You know, Sir Simp-A-Lot, I'm not trying to disrespect your queen of Simp-A-Lot, but I'm just trying to get some clarification here, man. How do you know this is all virgin wine piss? How do you know this? Not some other thing going on here.
Well, my good sir, if you're seeking clarification on our famous and sacred liquid of Simp-A-Lot, I will tell you this much. We had first tried using liquid from our older queens, but the men would go blind and some would even go stark raving mad. So from henceforth the virgin piss formula is the only one that we use, and is sacred and indigenous to Simp-A-Lot.
You know, Sir Simp-A-Lot, if what you're saying is true, we're onto something here, man. We could be the richest man in Babylon. It's not like there's going to be a shortage of virgin. There's a new crop every year, man. This is a win-win for everybody. Yeah, Sir Simp-A-Lot, if you hear me out, man, we could make a few pennies, pad a bank account, and put a few quid in our pockets. Man, we could be the richest man on the planet.
My good sir, this reckless diatribe of yours is dubious at best. Your wanting to use our young queen's precious resources to further your own end is nothing short of vulgar exploitation.
You know, Sir Simp-A-Lot, I might have gotten off on the wrong foot, but don't take this wrong, man. I'm just a businessman trying to drum up some business here.
Sacrilege!
You know, I'm just trying to make us some money, Sir Simp-A-Lot.
Blaspheme! My good sir, you will need to cease and desist from this reckless conversation. And if you refuse to do so, I'll have to take my leave of you immediately.
You know what was painfully obvious to me? This guy was just throwing words in places to dissuade me from reaching my objective. You know the thing about dealing with simps? Seems like they all have a Teflon mind. There's just no reconciling the fact that there's no way you can reach them or communicate with them in no shape or form. And you would have more success talking to a parrot or a dolphin. But it wasn't much longer after we were traveling that we could see the warrior knight in the far distance patiently waiting with all his entourage. The warrior knight was standing, leaning slightly on his sword, patiently waiting. So I tried one last time to talk some sense into Sir Simp-A-Lot and try to get him to turn around. Sir Simp-A-Lot, man, don't you see?
This is a warrior knight from the kingdom. He's gonna take your head off, man. Let's just turn around, man. You got a formula here, man, that we could make money from this thing, man. You could be the richest man on the planet. Why waste your life, man? Nonsense, sir. I will take this knight's head and return back to Simpleton to be crowned by all my queens and be king of all Simpleton.
But as we got closer to the knight and his entourage, I realized this warrior knight is a big-ass motherfucker with a huge fucking sword in his hand.
Greetings, Sir Simp-A-Lot. Greetings, Sir Winston, warrior knight of the kingdom. Well, my good man, let's dispense with all the formalities. You know why I'm here. I'm on official business from the king. The king is displeased with all your shenanigans. But if you should capitulate today, Sir Simp-A-Lot, stand down, repent, and beg for His Highness's mercy, you will not lose your head. But if you so stubbornly decide to stay on this reckless path that you're on, I will give you a chance to take 3 blows at me. At the end of those 3 blows, Sir Simp-A-Lot, if you're unable to defeat me, I will take your head. What say you, Sir Simp-A-Lot?
Very well then, my good sir, said Sir Simp-A-Lot.
Have it your way.
And what happened next leave everyone speechless and dumbfounded. Sir Simp-A-Lot jumped off his horse, leaped forward high in the air, and punched the warrior knight square in the belly. We were all aghast, shocked and surprised at Sir Simp-A-Lot's strange deviation from the combat protocol. The warrior knight just stood there motionless, leaning forward on his sword as if frozen in time. He just stood there with his body in a contorted position like a ventriloquist posing for a mime photograph. Everyone, including me, was eagerly waiting in anxious anticipation to see what the warrior knight would do. And then, Sir Winston the warrior knight farted. The fart was so loud it shook the ground and knocked us all off our feet.
You know, Sir Simp-A-Lot, it seemed like forever that I've had this gas pocket on the left side of my stomach, which had caused me much discomfort, pain, constipation, and anxiety. But now I can attest to the fact that this curse has been cleansed from my bowels. So now, my good sir, we will call this duel a draw, and I will take my leave of you and report back to the crown.
So, when Sir Simp-A-Lot was back in Simpville, you would think that there would be much celebration of his safe return, but there was no such thing. You see, the hordes of Simpville was really disappointed and sad to see him. See, what they were hoping is that he would have lost his head, so that they can monkey branch to the warrior knight and fuck him. You see, the whores of Simpville are no different from any other whores in the world. Bitches will be monkey branching up, down, sideways. Proper term should be orangutanging. Meanwhile, Sir Winston warrior knight was back at the king's court.
Sir Winston, please elaborate on that situation over there in Simpville. Please share with the court your conclusion and your recommendation. Well, your highness, Sir Simp-A-Lot has lost his mind and has gone stark raving mad. I recommend we nuke the place and put the matter to rest. Well. Does anyone else care to interject before I bring this Simpville subject matter to a conclusion?
Your lord, your highness, if I may.
And who say you?
I am the cousin of your cousin, your triple nephew, my lord.
Mother goddess of Queensland, speak your peace, man.
Well, your highness, ruler of all of Queensland, to the 4 corners of the earth and the circle within the circle of the earth.
God almighty, mother goddess of Queensland. Get to the point, man. I don't have all day.
Well, your highness, Simpville is a custodian of the Virgin WinePiss formula, which is one of our most precious resources. My recommendation, your highness, is that you allow me to take some soldiers and retrieve that formula, and then you can nuke that place and burn it to the ground.
Motherfucker. What kind of a stupid idea is that? You think I'm a goddamn fool?
But your highness,
Strip this man naked and whip him. Then tie him backward on a donkey facing the animal's ass. And parade this goddamn fool naked through the city streets. Let this be a lesson to this fool and the rest of you idiots. Not to come to my court with any goddamn stupidity or fuckery.
Meanwhile, later back in the king's personal chamber.
Where's my beautiful wife, the queen?
it is good to see you, my king. I heard you had a busy day at court today, honey.
For 400 years, virgin WinePiss has been the most precious resource and closely guarded secret of her kingdom. Yet today, that little cross-dressing punk tried to hustle me out of the family. But I taught that little shit a lesson.
So, honey, you're not gonna bum my cousin Sir Simp-A-Lot?
But of course not, my sweet. I'm gonna bum the village next to him where that little punk came from. Who will know the difference?
That's the honey I know. I've arranged a special night for you.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bring in the trannies.
But you know, after all was said and done, I did not follow Sir Simp-A-Lot back to Simpville. You know, as a businessman, you just sometimes have to know when to cut your losses, especially when dealing with simps. But I come to realize and find strangely peculiar. Sir Simp-A-Lot, the warrior knight, and the king. Their speech and mannerism was almost the same. It was as if they were the same person. It's as if they had an invisible thread connecting them to the same telepathic wavelength. The king, like most politicians, would do anything to hold on to power. He was just a hand-handed son of a bitch. And you know, but the knight, he was bound by honor and duty. But you know, the simp was the worst one. Because he'd benefit from all the dysfunction, he has no interest in seeing improvement in any way, shape, or form. The king and the simp, they were both master manipulators.